Hello and welcome back to the farm once again. This is going to be episode 3 back on the farm, and before we get into anything, I think this farm work is really getting me to needing a change of clothes. So let me take care of that real quick. Look at that. Now I got some farmer duds. Heck yeah. But farmer duds are never complete without one very important thing. And what's that, you might ask? It's a straw hat. I mean, what else could it be? Look at that. I mean, it's a little big, but hey. Alright, let's get to work. Alright, there we go. Got some more progress done on the farm. Let's go take a closer look at some of the stuff that we did today. So over here, the tree that I did last, actually let me go ahead and put it like that right there. That'll look a little bit better. Okay, and then I used 3 different types of leaves to really give it some variety. So mainly I used the dark oak leaves, and then I also used in here, I believe, just azalea and flowering azalea, just to give it that little bit of variety in there. In fact, I could probably take one of these and put it like right there. That looks a little bit better, and one there. Okay, cool. So yeah, just to give it a little bit of variety, and it's nothing too special, nothing too crazy. It just altogether, this tree is just supposed to be really, really simple. I'm going to do something down here at some point just to have like a little hidden cave area underneath the tree. I thought that would be pretty cool, so we'll worry about that. Probably put some roots hanging down from the tree itself, but also like the actual roots block that Minecraft has here. So yeah, probably use some of those in there. But this little swing, I thought this was pretty cool. Just you know, just that simple little swing. It extended this pathway out here, just, you know, like a dirt one, because you want to mimic more of a walked path instead of one that you have rock for. This rock in the future is going to be more for like a roadway that's driven more, and so instead of it just being the dirt paths around, it's got stronger material for the vehicles that drive on it. We extended this path out to where we're working on the hayfield over there. That is not by far done. I'm going to do a lot more with this and make it much, much larger. It just took a very long time to really get this to where it is right now. Regardless, yeah, it's not done, so there will be a lot more with it in the future. I'll take it out farther that way, probably farther this way a little bit too. I want to make it cover the land very, very well. So that's took up most of that time lapse. Actually, I made it much faster than it really took. It was a very monotonous task, but it looks pretty good. So even though it's just this little bit and there will be more connected to it, for now, this is good enough, and we'll continue it. Probably off camera, I'll continue some of this one, and we'll work on some other stuff at some other time. So I started with this block palette and started here because I figured it'd be a good place to just really get me into that creative mood, because this is something very simple that I could do pretty easily. So this came together very nicely. At the end of the video, I came back and did a little bit more with the inside here and made the grass varied a little bit, because I didn't want it to just all be this plain grass. So I did have the coarse dirt thrown in there near the beginning, and then I have moss and now the green concrete powder thrown in there as well, just to make the grass varied in color a little bit. It's got its own little feel that really, really works for it. So there's that. I'm gonna change this real quick. Just do like that. That's a little better. That's about all I did in this episode. However, in between episodes, I did a little bit in here. I put some rafters up here. I'm not entirely satisfied with how they came out, so I'll probably do a little bit different with them at some point. Play around with it a little bit more, try different things, but for now I'm leaving them there, and I'll get some inspiration and try something different. Maybe I'll actually use straight up logs. I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, that's the little bit I did in here. I did a little bit more work in the house as well. So let's talk about that real quick. So you already saw this room. You already saw this room. I didn't do anything different in either of these rooms, or this one for that matter. But what I did do is I went ahead and added more over here. Instead of it being that one big room, I figured I'd try something different. Oh yeah, and I used some invisible item frames and put these slabs here to look like torch holders. I thought it was pretty cool. Anyways, enough distractions. So I went ahead and made like a little book nook right here for you to sit at and write as well. This is a cool little trick that I did with maps and map art. I didn't take the time to go and build this whole thing. That would take way too freaking long. I replaced the image that was there with this copy and pasted image with the correct file extension name. So that's a whole nother thing, and maybe I can make a tutorial on that at some point, or I can link a tutorial, something to that nature. Regardless, it was a cool little touch, and I'm probably going to be doing more of this map stuff around, dotted around, to give it that aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, I have nothing in this little corner yet. Not sure what or if I want to put anything in here. Regardless, I do have this little bathroom in here, and I used that map texturing again to make sort of like a mirror. Didn't quite come out how I was expecting, so I might go back and change it just a little bit to make it look a little bit more like a mirror, but for now I'm not too worried about it. And yeah, this is just like a basic little bathroom, not much going on. Over here, however, going up the stairs, I went ahead and put this little picture here of the episode's thumbnail for when I built this house. So I just thought it was a nice little touch, something that whenever this whole entire map is done and when I release it, something people can check out for themselves. But yeah, that's about it. I haven't done anything up here yet. I will get to it and I'll make it look good. But for now, I just have the little progress that I did in here, which definitely does make it feel a lot more homely, even though it's not done yet. All right, well, thanks for coming out to episode 3 back on the farm here. I had a blast making these little small changes dotted all over the place, and they definitely spice up the place a good bit. Next episode, we'll probably work on like a bridge or two over some of the rivers dotted around. Not entirely sure if that's the direction I want to go or not. However, in between episodes, I will probably also work on the hayfield a little bit more, but I'm also going to have like an apple tree orchard somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where I want to put that yet, but I'm going to have it somewhere. It'll be cool. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye. Swing and 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 I can't make it swing.